Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tintin57, and at this point it's normally where I would say welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 video, but this time it's all about Train Sim World 3. We just had the big reveal and it's coming to us in September, so this video we will go through everything that was revealed and everything you need to know in preparation for that. But first, before we get started, just a reminder, if you do enjoy this video today, please do give me a thumbs up. And also consider subscribing. The channel is growing and everyone that subscribes is highly appreciated. So thank you for that. So let's get into today's video. And of course, there's been a number of teasers over the weekend, which have been leading to what we possibly thought could be a new DLC. But I know many of you were speculating about TSW3 and have been speculating about TSW3 for quite some time. And it turns out that you guys were correct. And we are indeed getting a Train Sim World 3, which is coming to us on the 6th of September. You will get it a little bit earlier if you pre-order the Standard or Deluxe edition. You'll get it 4 days ahead of the official launch. But let's take a quick look at exactly what Train Sim World 3 is. We've had the keynote with Matt and JD, which gives all of this information. There's also a frequently asked questions that's been released on Dovetail's forums, which has got a lot of this information in. If you want to go and pick that up, I will put a link down below. And Train Sim World 3 is an immersive and highly detailed rail simulation and a brand new entry in the Train Sim World series. It will offer 3 new routes, as well as a series of new features, including dynamic weather, improved lighting, the training centre, and much more. So there's a key point. This is not an upgrade to Train Sim World 2. This is a completely new game. So keep that in mind. And let's talk about the routes and locos that are actually in Train Sim World 3 Standard Edition. And the first one, we're back in Germany, and this is the Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel-Würzburg route add-on. So you know, if you've been watching this channel, I like a really long run in Train Sim World 2. And in Train Sim World 3, all 3 of these routes provide a very long run, which pleases me. So this first one, Kassel-Würzburg, this is 186 kilometers, which is 116 miles. It's a high-speed route from Kassel to Würzburg. Now, this, I believe, is the longest route to date in any of the Train Sim World titles. 186 kilometers, 116 miles. So it's going to be really, really good to do this. And most of this is going to be at high speed as well. Most of this stretch. Now, coming with this, we've got the DB-BR401 ICE1 in DB ICE livery. We've got the DB-BR403 ICE3, which we are already familiar with. That's also in DB ICE livery. And for the freight, we've also got the BR185.2 in DB red livery. That's something else that we're already familiar with from the other routes. As far as wagons goes, we have got KIJLS, Habins, Layers and SGG MRSS wagons. So plenty of freight variety there as well. And we've got some AI traffic as well, because this is a high speed route, so it's just high speed and freight. There are no local services, but as an AI you can see the 146.2, the Dostos, and the 442, but as I said, they will appear at some of the stations. They're not actually drivable. And then we go on to the US route, which is the Cajon Pass, Barstow to San Bernardino route add-on. And many of you who've played Train Sim Classic will already be familiar with this route. And this, again, is a long one. This is 85 miles, which is 136 kilometers. And it goes from Barstow, California, to San Bernardino, California. And with this, we get the ES44C4 and the SD40-2. Now, the important thing about this is as well is that these come in the BNSF livery, which is a livery that the community have been asking about for a long time. I believe in February, very early this year anyway, the license was agreed with BNSF, and so this is the first opportunity that DTG have had to bring this livery into the game. So that's really nice to see. That will please a lot of people. With this, we get the auto rack, the tank car, the box car, the maxi stack 4, and the bulkhead flat car rolling stock. So again, plenty of variety. And if you have seen the keynote already, you will see that with the other improvements that are being made in TSW3, the scenery looks stunning, I have to say. So that's 85 miles or 136 kilometers for the Cajon Pass route. Then the final route that we've got is the Southeastern High Speed London St Pancras, but this time to Ashford International and Faversham route add-on. So this is the UK route. So we've already had the Southeastern High Speed in TSW2, but this has been completely rebuilt and it's been extended. So it is now 89 miles in length, which is 143 kilometres. It runs from London St Pancras to Ashford International and Faversham, and also includes Dartford. Now with this, you will of course get the Class 395 Javelin. You will also get the Class 375-9 EMU in Southeastern Dark Blue, and you will also get the 465-9 EMU in Southeastern Blue Stripe livery. Now the Class 465 was previously a purchasable DLC for Train Sim World 2, but with Train Sim World 3 that comes bundled, so you will get that one as well. That's all bundled in. There is also the Class 66, of course, which takes care of the freight duties, and that is in the EWS livery. And it comes with MFA and J&A wagons. So again, there's going to be plenty to do. So you have seen Southeastern High Speed before, but it's such a popular route, and a lot of the community did say it was a pity that it wasn't, you know, a bit longer and reached some of the more interesting places along the route, and that's been taken care of now with Southeastern High Speed. So it's been completely rebuilt, and it's really nice to see that you know, the playability of this route has been extended even further. Now of course, as well as the new routes that come part of TSW3, it was also explained in the keynote about the other new features that Train Sim World 3 will have, and notably these are the dynamic weather changes. So this is going to be really good, and this is something that I've looked forward to for quite some time, and I always hoped that this would get put in. We can choose dynamic weather, we can start off in sunshine or cloud, and by the end of the run, especially these very long runs in TSW3, could be that we've got rain or even ice and snow by the time we get to the other end of the route. So dynamic weather definitely will make a big improvement. We got new visual effects for snow, lightning, volumetric clouds and rain. And again, this was demonstrated in the keynote, and I know the lightning in particular, I found the lightning quite by accident in Train Sim World 2 when I was playing on Oakville. There was some lightning effects on one of the services that I ran. I just wondered if they were testing it at that time, but certainly now there's actually fork lightning which was evident in the keynote, so it's been developed a lot since then. So some of that looks really nice. The weather, of course, will have a physical impact on the driving experience. So if you're used to a certain route and you know the stopping points and the braking distances, obviously if you've got dynamic weather turned on, that's going to make a big difference to where you brake and how long it takes to brake. And something else along with the weather is finally passengers' clothing will suit the weather conditions. So we may no longer see passengers wearing t-shirts in the torrential rain, and they're also going to have umbrellas that they can put up as well, which is good. Just that immersion as we go along these routes will make a big difference. There's going to be a new lighting system, including the third rail sparks, which we saw, didn't we, on the new Isle of Wight 2022 route for the first time. So that is going to be included. There's also going to be flashes from the overhead catenary as well, which is nice. We're going to have seasonal timetables, which will vary the volume and timing of services based on the season. Journey mode has been improved to give players a more meaningful experience. I don't know what that is about yet, but maybe the items in the journey mode are linked a little bit, better together to make more sense of what journey mode is meant to all be about. And of course, with Train Sim World 3, we're going to have a new, more intuitive user interface. So from what I could see on the keynote, the user interface has been completely overhauled. From what I could see, it looks much better. I personally wasn't very keen on the Train Sim World 2 interface. I preferred the original one over Train Sim World 2 for some reason. Looks to me as though once again it's been simplified for Train Sim World 3 and looks a little bit more of a logical layout. So that's something I'm also looking forward to. Now, some of the features from Train Sim World 2 will obviously also carry over into Train Sim World 3. So things like the Scenario Planner, Livery Editor, Creators Club, Dovetail Live and the Physics Simulation will all carry over. So that's everything that we've been used to in Train Sim World 2. So anything has been updated with those or anything improved, but certainly it's good that they've been brought across into TSW3. So as far as the launch date goes, as mentioned at the top of this video, Train Sim World 3 will launch on the 6th of September 2022 on all platforms. But if you pre-order the Standard or Deluxe Edition, you'll get early access 4 days ahead of that launch. Now, it does say all platforms, so that's an important point which I've seen on the forums just over the last few days. That there was some concern that with Train Sim World 3, if indeed this announcement was to be Train Sim World 3, that the older consoles would be dropped, and that is not the case at all. So this will release for Steam on PC and also Epic. It's available for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, and as you know, PlayStation 5 is my current platform that I'm playing on. Then there is support as well for Xbox One. It will also play on the Xbox Series X and S, and it will also be on the Xbox Game Pass. So that's good, and that is from launch day. That's the standard edition on Game Pass. Now, for details on the pricing, I would encourage you to look down at the frequently asked questions, which I've linked to down below in the description section, because there are various editions. We've got the Deluxe Edition, the Standard Edition, but we've also got a US Starter Pack, a German Starter Pack, a UK Starter Pack, and a Spirit of Steam Starter Pack. So it does get quite confusing. Now, if you consult the FAQ, as I've mentioned, there is a graphic in there which will show you exactly what you get with each edition. It also will show you the prices, and it will show you the pre-order discount as well, which you'll get, which I know is currently 10% off for pre-orders. So consult that graphic because it's easier for you to look there visually at what you will get with each one. And the other thing to say about these editions, if you're worried that you've bought lots and lots of DLC for Train Sim World 2 and you're worried what's going to happen to that, the important point to note is that from day one in Train Sim World 3, all your content from TSW2 will come over as preserved collection, and it will be available from day one. So you remember last time with TSW2, the content came across in a staggered fashion. Not this time. Everything is available from day one, so that's really good news. You can jump in on day one and all your content will be available. So now really just to the summary of what I personally think. I've been playing Train Sim World, the various Train Sim Worlds now for a long time, and for me this is the next evolution in Train Sim World, and for me it's quite welcome. I think the important thing is that anything that you have bought before can come across to TSW3, and that is the case. That's the main thing. You're not gonna waste any money by buying content for the previous game. You'll see that straight away in TSW3. So that is the main thing for me. It's nice that everything is been improved in the graphics department. We got the new skies, we got dynamic weather, new visual effects. It's all the stuff that can previously break immersion is all being addressed in this in this version of Train Sim World. That's something I'm really liking. The other thing is, in Train Sim World 3, for new players particularly, there is the training centre, and it's just one area we've got for all the tutorials. If you just want to jump in and learn how to do the Class 66, or you've not been in the Class 66 for a while and you can't remember how to do that, you don't need to go into a route first that has got the Class 66. You can go directly to the training centre and you can pick up the tutorial directly from the training centre without having to remember which routes are associated with the 66. That's just an example. That will make it easier. That will make it easier for me. The amount of times I go back to a route I've not played for a while and completely forget the controls or the safety systems for a particular loco, that's going to be super useful. The way to think of this, it is a new game. The way to think of it is that there are 3 routes coming out. We've been used to every year in Train Sim World, there has been around summer, around sort of August, late summer, there's been 3 new routes, hasn't there? There's been what we call a major release, and normally it's a core update plus 3 new routes, and you can buy them as a bundle. I don't see this one as any different. It's going to be a completely separate game, so one thing that might affect you initially is that there's certainly going to be a big download. All your DLCs and the new game will need to be downloaded again. It's going to be, depending on what platform you're playing on, it's going to be quite a sizable download, isn't it? And it's going to take some time to download it. But once you've got that, I don't see, in my case, I don't see any need to leave TSW2 installed. We can start again. What I don't know is, and it says this in the FAQs as well, what is not known right at this time is if progress will carry across from TSW2 to TSW3. So that might be the only thing that would affect your decision. It may be a case that you need to start from scratch again with TSW3, but again, this is a new game, so it's probably not beyond the realms of believability that could be the case anyway. To do that, that might be something that affects you. If you're working towards certain trophies in TSW2, then those trophies may get reset again for TSW3. But these are all things that you as an individual would need to decide. But me, I'm liking the direction that Train Sim World is going in, and these 3 new routes in particular are exciting to me due to the length. This has hit the nail on the head for me, exactly where I want to be in Train Sim World. I love the longer routes. I've always loved the longer routes, and all 3 of these routes that are coming with the Train Sim World 3 Standard Edition really do tick that box for me. But importantly, what do you guys think? You guys have been playing Train Sim World for quite some time. Let me know what you think. Are you looking forward to trying Train Sim World 3? Do you think you're going to stick with Train Sim World 2? And if you do, I'd like to know, why is that? What's your feedback on that? What is it you like and don't like about the announcement on Train Sim World 3? I'm hoping everybody's excited. I'm hoping the majority of you are excited. But equally, let me know if there's something that you're not quite sure about. Leave me a comment below, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you a chance to redigest some of the information that came out of the keynote. Leave me a like, consider subscribing if you like this video, because we're going to have a lot of Train Sim Worlds over the next few weeks and months coming to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody.